Great. All right, thank you so much everybody for joining today's session. So you are here today for University Career Services for the internship search workshop. Today, I am Bina Benavides. I'm a career development specialist. We have Miguel Padel here as well. She's a career development specialist. She's going to be helping today with helping with the moderation of some questions and helping out with some of our great information for today's session. And question for the chat, if you guys wanted to share what has been any of your concerns with the internship search, if you want to share any of your concerns there, and we'll be helping out with some questions there as well during our presentation. So please feel free to do that. And then we'll get through some of our great information that we have for today. First and foremost, we want to let you guys know some of our great services that we provide here with career services here at University of Houston Career Counseling that we offer here in career services. So at UCS, we offer appointments for students to gain insight on choosing a major, career exploration, resumes, CVs, cover letters, career fair preparation, resumes, CVs, cover letters, graduate or professional school, job and internship search, mock interviews, salary negotiation, and networking. Please raise your hand if you've used any of our services. Write in the chat box if you have, and what kind of services you guys have used. We definitely want to hear from you and see what kind of services too. Maybe you guys have already come in to get some help with some of our services as well. Anybody? Maybe not yet, but you will be, hopefully. And today, you guys are definitely going to use the internship information that we provide. Sorry, I didn't realize my camera wasn't on. Everybody's new to our services, huh? Well, that's great. Well, definitely come in and see us. We have some great, we have our great team, and we also have a picture of our team on the upper right there. We're all here as career counselors and great employment services team as well that puts on wonderful career mixers and career fairs for you as well several times a year with Fortune 500 and Fortune 100 companies too, for internship and job employment and opportunities. The other thing that I want to point out too, just like how you guys made this reservation with us to come to this event today through Cougar Pathway, you guys can make an appointment to schedule a career counseling appointment with us. Every Thursday, our counselors put in availability to schedule appointments, and you guys can have 30-minute appointments with our career counselors, okay? You can search and apply for internships and full-time jobs with us as well. Upload and get resume, CV, or cover letter virtually reviewed through VMOC, as well as scheduling on-campus interviews with different departments around campus, as well as, like today, RSVP or sign up for workshops, as well as employer meet and greets and career fairs. Last spring semester, we had the State Department, we had the CIA, the FBI, we had some Fortune 100 companies here doing some workshops and some information sessions with our students, which were really great opportunities. They were virtual and in person. So we definitely want you guys to take advantage of those type of opportunities. So be on the lookout through Cougar Pathway for those opportunities. And you guys can see the Cougar Pathway icon there through Access UH. And then we have a ton of our videos like this workshop posted on our YouTube channel. So I want you guys to take advantage of that. It's a free resource. Yeah, we have over 60 different videos posted there as well. You can see it's at Cougar Careers there. We have different videos posted, a lot of them from last semester and last year on things like networking and LinkedIn, career fair preparation with our virtual workshops, and then resume and career fair, Cougar Pathway demonstration and things like that. So definitely keep an eye out for that. And then different examples of our workshops, a lot of them being virtual. So definitely during a lunch hour, very convenient and beneficial. With resume building, we can always use some great additions and continue to build and refine our resume. How to conduct informational interviews. Once we get that job offer, or maybe we need to revisit our salary, how to negotiate salary. Job and internship search. Today we're doing that internship search, career fair preparation and networking, as well as interviewing skills. And today's objectives and goals are to help us understand the importance in seeking and completing an internship, learn how to effectively search for internships. The importance of networking definitely will help us open up doors for internship opportunities. Cougar Pathway to help us search for internships as well. So on to our internships. What is an internship? So let me ask you guys, raise your hand if any of you guys, have any of you guys had an internship yet? Or are we all kind of new to that? Let me look really quick to see. Bonnie has had one. Ethan, wonderful. I think a few of you guys have, right? So you guys are not new. So a couple of you guys have. So definitely want to continue growing your knowledge of networking and internships. So good, that's good. So some of you guys have, some of you haven't, so that's good. So going back to what is an internship, some of you guys have knowledge of it. So internship, pre-professional work experience directly related to your major or career interest. It's a preview of what work in your chosen profession will be like, is a form of experiential learning that integrates knowledge and theory learned in the classroom with practical application and skills development. So we definitely want to try to get an internship in something that's related to our major and things that we are interested in, right? So why do you need an internship? We want to gain valuable experience, explore and clarify goals, apply classroom theory to work setting, help smooth our transition to the workplace, gather insight into our industry or organization that we're interested in possibly joining, establish a network, definitely connecting to more people and building a network, building connections. And maybe it's even required for graduation. In some majors and in some colleges, they might even require it. So some of the colleges, they have capstone where they do require it. So just definitely keep that in mind. So when should you apply? So definitely the rule of thumb is to start early. I'm sure that for some of you who have had internships, you may have had to apply early, look early. For those of you that are needing to get an internship for the summer, right now and or earlier is definitely the time to try and get that internship. Some internship programs have early deadlines, like the federal government and or larger companies. I was just looking at, for example, I was looking at Tesla. A lot of people want to work for like Fortune 100, 500 companies like Tesla, and they're already posting for positions for like winter 2025. So they're already like posting like 10 months early. So just keep that in mind, right? Employers may recruit year-round or fall only, spring only, both semesters, or as the need arises. Some employers recruit 1 to 2 semesters in advance of when the internship will begin as well. So it could really be any time. Beginning the internship at least 1 semester in advance of when to plan to start. So definitely, again, going back to that mantra of starting early. And then total process, applying and interviewing may take several months as well. And then we definitely want all of you guys to look for paid internships. Do you guys have any questions about that? Mikkel, do you want to add anything to when you should apply?
No, that's all great advice. Definitely apply early when you can. And I want to reiterate too, you deserve to be paid for your work. So definitely seek out those paid internships.
Anybody else have any questions about that? Okay. Anything in the chat? Okay. All right, we'll go on to the next slide. Where to start first in your internship search? So we definitely want to identify our goals. I definitely, in my one-on-one sessions with students, I want to know what we're trying to go after and what sector we would like to work in. A lot of times with my students, they're like, well, I'm open to anything. And I think that's good to be open to anything, but sometimes, a lot of times actually, I'm like, well, okay, let's try and narrow it down, because then we can try and focus on maybe just 1 or 2 or up to 3 things. And if we can focus on those couple of things, then it will help us to be able to really narrow it down and identify what we're going after to help us be able to just like go after those certain things so that we can follow through, instead of just trying, like, to be able to follow through and narrow our energy onto those things and follow through with those things, if that makes sense, instead of kind of scattering our energy onto several different things. Because a lot of times if we're scattering our energy onto several things, we might not be able to follow through with all of it, right? So we want to focus on these questions. You guys can take a screenshot of this if you have your phone. I think that's important. Again, this is going to be recorded too. If you miss something, we'll have this on our YouTube channel. So what sector would you like to work in? Maybe it's in oil and gas, maybe it's in education, maybe it's in the public sector, right? So maybe it's a certain company you want to work for too. So think about that as well. What skills do you want to develop? Okay. What are your career goals? Okay. Can you think of companies that align with your goals? So I think that that's really important too. Mikkel, do you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, again, just kind of piggybacking off what you said, narrowing it down can help you in your search because there are so many companies and so many different kinds of opportunities out there. So when you're starting, definitely identify your goals, and that can help you in your search.
The other thing that we want you to do that we can also help you with is to add to that career toolbox. This will help you so much, is to have the following materials prepared and reviewed. We can help review those for you, and we have the tools, we have a foundation of tools to help you. your portfolio, if you need one of those, depending on what type of industry you're in, your resume, and a cover letter. And not only do you want us to review it, but you may want like family or friends or people in the industry, maybe faculty, or maybe someone in your class or somebody who's in that industry to help review cover letter and your resume. We definitely want you guys to have those prepared. I have met with several students and I've asked them when they apply for a job if they've had a cover letter and if they're using it. And a lot of times their answer is no. So I would love for you guys to start having a cover letter and using a cover letter and being really intentional about modifying that cover letter to fit the job that you're applying to. I believe that that will definitely help you to be considered further for an interview than not using a cover letter at all. I definitely think it adds value to the application when you use a cover letter. Do you want to add anything to that, Mikkel?
Yeah, definitely don't underestimate a cover letter. It's a way for you to really expound on some more specific skills and relevant experiences in greater detail. So definitely write a good cover letter and tailor it to every position you apply for.
Definitely. How many of you guys have a cover letter? Raise your hands. Awesome. Okay, good. And if you don't have a cover letter, please come and see us. We can help you. We also have an awesome Cougs career workbook that has like different pieces of information. And one of the pieces that we have is like a template for a cover letter. It's kind of like the beginning. And we can help you guys build that cover letter and go through that template with you to help like start building those pieces. It's really fantastic. So looking for internships. So I want you guys to raise your hand. Who's using LinkedIn? Please, all of you raise your hands. If you're not, please like get LinkedIn. You guys can find us, connect with Mikkel and I and Priyanka. Priyanka's here. She's one of our directors. She's got a wealth of information and knowledge on all things career related. LinkedIn is a really great to connect professionally. I want you guys to connect with fellow students, faculty, companies you're interested in. So many great things to keep up with the latest and greatest in the industry that you're interested in too. I always tell my students that as well. Also, side note, Mikkel just dropped the Coug workbook, Coug Career Workbook in the chat if you guys want to get that link and save it, bookmark it. Really great stuff in there, pieces to add to your career toolbox. I think it's really good. So going back to looking for internships, utilizing these job boards, right? So Cougar Pathway, you'll find that again in Access UH. You guys have it because you guys made our RSVP with us. So really good way to look for jobs there. Using LinkedIn, Career Shift is really good. You can find that in Access UH to find jobs. Indeed. Who uses Indeed? Anybody? That's like really easy to use as well. Coraflow and Behance are for, I think they're more for like artists and architecture and graphic design and stuff like that. Is that right, Mikkel? Do we have any graphic designers or artists, architect folks in here today? Okay, we have maybe a few. Yeah, so definitely these are definitely resources to use. And then again, these are additional resources, right, that we can use is to find professional associations. They also have internships and jobs, and they also help with networking. Like I was just helping a student the other day and we looked up an organization and they had like a mentoring program where you could connect with someone who is already in the industry, and they were willing to connect them with students and help review their resume. So like somebody who is already in the industry is willing to connect with that student and kind of be like a mentor. And that was like a free service. And usually with these professional associations, it's like a discounted, you get like a discounted membership because you're a student, and or you get a free membership. And yes, you can look for jobs and internships. And then it's also like a great way to network. So these are some examples, right? American Society of Engineering Education, National Board for Certified Counselors, National Center for Women in Information Technology, Industrial Designers Society of America, American Institute of Graphic Arts. And one of the I guess resources that you can use is onetonline.org to help find professional associations. I think you can also Google them as well. Did you want to add anything to that, Mikkel?
Yeah, you covered it. I also want to address the question that was dropped in the chat. So if you're in your last semester and you're about to be looking for jobs, this information is applicable as well, because all of these strategies also apply to job search too. So I just wanted to address that.
Do we have anybody in their last semester or last year, maybe, or close to it? Yeah, so we have a few people, and all of this too, right? Like just like Michael said, a lot of this that we're talking about too, for my seniors or almost seniors, like maybe you guys are graduating in December and you still have a summer left. Like all of this is going to definitely apply for job search too. Yeah, all of this information, the whole shebang. Yeah, okay. Looking for internships, utilizing internships and job boards, continuing that, right? So we also want you guys to look at your UH Department College website. Economics has a really good website for their internship list. They also have good information about job boards. And then like example is with the CDC, they also have extensive jobs and internship opportunities too. And there's another, I'll drop it in the chat really quick. I was just looking before our meeting today, and I'll drop it in the chat for you guys to look over. Different companies. Sorry. Let me get it to you guys really quick. Fortune 500 companies that you can just go to their website and see. So I just dropped it in the chat box, and you can go to their website and see their internship and job opportunities. So they're all listed there A to Z. So I just found that really quick as an additional resource, right? And then of course we want you guys to go check the company websites, right? I'm sure all of you guys have done that. If you haven't, definitely keep that in your back pocket. Research the companies that you're interested in, anything from furniture, automotive, healthcare, and check their career pages directly. Yes, of course, it's great. We have LinkedIn, we have Indeed, we have Monster, we have Career Builder, we have all of that, but we also want you guys to go directly to the company's websites. There's so many resources online, and sometimes we don't even think, hey, let's just go to the website, right? And even like on LinkedIn, I guess, and sometimes we could go to the recruiters, right? The company recruiters, the talent acquisition folks, like we go to the career mixers, we go to the career fairs, we can connect with the recruiters there directly, but we can also go to the, when we're looking for the internships, go to the company websites that are here. And networking, right? What I was just saying about the career mixers and the career fair. So networking is going to help us. So conferences and events that we're attending, we want to connect to people and see what kind of opportunities that they may have. Hey, what's your LinkedIn? Can I connect with you? What's your email? I'd love to follow up to see about opportunities. What kind of opportunities do you have? Connect with alumni from U of H. Definitely utilize LinkedIn to network with people. Definitely while you're here at U of H, there's so many ways to meet people through student organizations. How many of you guys are in student organizations? Maybe you guys want to put in the chat what student organizations you're in. That way maybe we could get ideas with each other. I mean, this is a way to network too. You guys are all in this together, learning about different career resources. Yes. Nobody wants to share. You know, through Access UH, get involved. The get involved icon is what you could use to get information about student organizations. Oh no. And through those student organizations, oftentimes they will have events for students. I think there's a question there. How can we know where, when related conferences or events are happening? When will it be posted in LinkedIn or any other sites? That's a good question. So I would say, like, at different times, like on LinkedIn, it's important to follow organizations and or companies that you're interested in, and they will post on there. When you follow them, I think you could maybe try and see if there's like a way to be notified of things if they post them for different things that they're doing. And then with different student organizations that maybe you've joined or you're interested in, you can follow them on Instagram. And that's a way to get notified of different things that they have going on, as well as like getting on their email list. And they may or may not be sending out like emails of different events that they have going on. I think that's a really good way to follow them on social media, I think. Can you think of any other ways, Mikkel? I think those are a couple ways.
Yeah, I think you're right. Social media is a great way. And also just consistently checking their website too to see if they're promoting it on their company's website. But yeah, social media for sure.
Good questions. So networking and building connections. Networking is not simply going to career fairs or networking events. It's developing long-term relationships with people who know you or know of you. So definitely, like, beyond meeting them and talking to them at events, it's maybe following up with them, seeing how they're doing, seeing if they want to meet for coffee, maybe like going, like, I don't know, meeting up at another event that's happening, trying to build some sort of connection and seeing if there's something in common, perhaps, because you're maybe having, you know, something in common with the industry or maybe the major that you're in or the career field that you're in. So definitely wanting to think beyond that and keeping that connection up. Definitely relationship goals. So it definitely takes time. Professional relationships, not just best friends forever, maybe a mentor, like a faculty member. So definitely wanting to, you know, take advantage again of like all the great connections that you can make at University of Houston with your faculty, with your fellow students, maybe that you're working on projects with, or like the student organizations, those connections that you're making. It's a two-way street too. Like, what can you do for others? Like if you're doing volunteer work or something better for society too. And then even like virtual or in person, I definitely think that there's advantages to that too. Like we're all here together. I don't know, there's like over 40 people and we're all connected here talking about internship search. So there's definitely advantages to us connecting virtually, and it's so easy now. We're able to connect this way, and things are just at the tip of our finger, very, very convenient. But it does take time and it does take energy. And now, you know, we're able to present a lot of great information to you guys very easily, and hopefully you guys will keep coming and building your network. You guys know 3 people from University Career Services now. Hopefully you guys will connect with us on LinkedIn. So that's 3 more people. And then maybe you'll connect with some of the people that have attended today's event that are fellow students that you see that have attended. So definitely want you guys to keep that in mind. So the benefits of networking. So recognizing your career goals and passions. Maybe you're connecting with people and you're talking about your goals and what you're setting out to do, and they're talking about their goals, and maybe you have that in common. You're developing confidence, you're exercising and improving your communication skills, whether it's written, you're writing to people about what your goals are, or you're talking about it. You're learning more about your industry or profession. Maybe you're talking to somebody who's seasoned in what you want to go into. Increasing your creativity and innovation. And again, building that network and connecting to people together. And then of course, finding out about more opportunities, maybe that you didn't even know about, or about some sort of position or some sort of job or occupation that you didn't even think about that existed, that really resonates with you as well. So there's definitely a lot of benefits to it. Did you want to add anything to that, Mikkel?
No, that's really good. Especially, you know, developing your confidence and learning how to market yourself, right? That those skills will also carry over into job interviews and things like that. So there's a lot of benefits of networking.
Definitely. Very good. So then also we want you guys to identify your network. A lot of people don't even think about their network and what they have with their network. Who is in your network? So you have first, second, and third degree for your network, right? So think about this, and hopefully this will help blossom your network. So you have your family, you have your friends, even your neighbors. You have family, friends, maybe you have a religious community. You have supervisors and coworkers. I know we have a lot of coworkers here in our department. We're like a big work family over here. You have your student organizations. So you have people that are part of that. They are part of your network too. You have social clubs and different groups, college classmates, professors, even staff that are part of that department that maybe you are a part of, that you interact with. And then of course, college alumni, maybe there are people that graduated that are part of your college that graduated, that could be part of your network as well. So I would just want you guys to think about that. And these are all part of your network. So you definitely want to take advantage of that. Reaching out to college alumni to learn more about the industry that you're in. People love to talk about themselves and what they've been through, and they love to give advice to people that are trying to develop themselves and figure things out. So being able to reach out to them, even if you're not sure, I want to tell you guys that it's a great thing to do, and that people that are alumni, they appreciate it when, oh, you're from U of H. Oh, you're a fellow Cougar. Yes, I'll totally talk to you. Like, I'd love to have a conversation with you. I love UH. I love going there. Oh, you're an engineer? I'm an engineer. I'll tell you all about my experience. Stuff like that. So I want you guys to be confident to reach out to alumni and feel good about that. So yeah, I think that this, you guys have a really big network. I don't know. Do you want to say anything else, Mikkel?
Yeah, I think you covered it. Yeah, definitely foster those connections. Your network's a lot bigger than you think it is, too.
So yes, build that network, be confident about it. You got this. Make those connections within your current network. Attend on-campus career events. We have so many of them. I'll go over that in a minute. Get involved in student organizations. There's so many of them. You're paying like really good tuition, and you want to maximize the experience that you have here at U of H. It's just so many rich experiences waiting for you. Getting involved in associations and social clubs, participating in those networking events, using LinkedIn, and then doing informational interviews too, to find out more if you're not really sure about your industry or about things that you might want to pursue in the occupation that you're going into. Again, people really do enjoy talking about what they do. So doing those informational interviews to learn more about it, I think, is really beneficial as well. And then should I reach out on LinkedIn? Yes, you can reach out to the recruiter, talent acquisition person. You can reach out to someone at the company. These are some examples of that. 2, LinkedIn is a great opportunity for students to network. You can customize an invitation too. This is an example of that. Nowadays, if you get like a temporary sort of like membership, I think they offer 2 months free with LinkedIn, just to let you know. I've had friends get it temporarily for free, and AI now will actually write it out for you. So just side note, you can do that, where they'll write the personal message for you, so you don't even have to think about writing it. But this one is where it'll, you can write, I found your profile through a mutual connection. I'm currently exploring career paths in the technology industry and admire your experience. I'd love to join your network. If you wanted to connect that way, there's another option to follow people as well. So just to think about that, to try to network that way. And then seniors, what advice do you have for those who are looking for an internship? Now is the time if you want to write in the chat box, or if you want to take yourself off mute, we'd love to hear from you. Oh, and then Mikkel did just put a reminder, if you haven't checked in, please check in by scanning the QR code or following that link that's there. We'd love for you guys to check in. So what advice do my seniors have for those looking for an internship? We'll take a moment for that. And I know I have some people who have already had internships, so I'd love to hear from you. I think Bonnie, you had an internship, right? Could we hear from you if you have any advice?
Oh yeah, I had an internship with YWCA this past summer. It's like an organization for women empowerment and racial justice, and it was really good. It taught me a lot about networking and communication and how to also manage what they post online, like social media announcements and stuff like that, things that go out to families, reminders, and yeah, it was a good experience.
So what kind of advice do you have for those who are looking for internships? Like, how did you find the internship? Like, was it hard for you, or like when you were searching, like?
I think so. I used to volunteer there before I got the internship. So if you have any like volunteer experience, I would reach out to the organizations you volunteered with to see if they're having any internship opportunities. Also, from volunteering, you make connections that way. So now you kind of have they kind of already know you, and it's easier for them to accept you to be in their internship. So I would just say take advantage of all the connections you've already made.
Oh, that's really good advice. Thanks, Bonnie. Yeah, so definitely going back to like making a difference, right? Like, who knows? She definitely took advantage of that, like made that opportunity with the volunteering. You got the internship, so that's awesome. Anybody else want to share? What advice do you have for those who are looking for internships? For my seniors or for those who have already had an internship? Oh yeah, job shadowing too. Mikkel says job shadowing in the chat box. Nobody else? All right. Well, we'll move on. So one of the last pieces we're going to go over briefly is how to navigate Cougar Pathway. Do I have anybody in the group, raise your hand, who's used Cougar Pathway to look for an internship or a job yet? So I have a handful of you, right? Okay, great. So how to navigate Cougar Pathway, I'm going to show you guys briefly. So through Cougar Pathway University Career Services, which all of you guys have used already to RSVP for this, and hopefully you guys will start meeting with us and going to other career mixers and other great things that we offer. What you'll do is through Cougar Pathway, you can go under clicking on jobs and look at internships. Click on internships and select what type of internships you'd like to see. So there's a couple steps here. So jobs and then internships, and then you can select what type of internships you want. So virtual, of course, we want you guys to get the paid internships, just like Mikkel said. You guys deserve to get paid for those internships, right? And then you apply those filters, and then you will see what kind of internships are there. And then you can click apply, and then hopefully use that beautiful cover letter that we can help you guys with. We can edit it for you, and then you can get some other people to edit it as well. And then you can use Cougar Pathway to apply, and or use the other resources that we talked about to apply for different internships. But this is one really great way to apply and use our resource here through Cougar Pathway. Okay. Does anyone have any questions about Cougar Pathway using it for internships? Okay. All right, so spring 2025, who is going to the STEM Career Fair and or STEM Careers Week? We have some really great programs happening. We want you guys to come and attend. Oh my gosh, it's in like a week and a half. We want you guys to come, right? So that's happening Feb 17th to 20th. I think we have like over, I don't know, how many employers do we have? We have a lot of employers, Feb 20th. Mikkel, do you know?
I think it's over 50, like close to 60 probably. Yeah.
Yeah, so great advice. I'm going to give you this nugget is I want you guys to go into Cougar Pathway and look and see what employers are coming and research them and see which ones you guys are going to talk to before the career fair. Identify them, see what jobs they're going to have, and get your elevator pitch ready. Why do you know, think about what they have to offer, right, to you, and know what you're going to say to them before you go and introduce yourself, right? So just kind of have a strategy before you go and talk to them, right? And identify which ones you're going to talk to. I think that's really good. And just be ready and come to some of the other events that are happening. And we have some other events happening, right? Architecture and Design Career Fairs happening. We have the AI Industry Symposium and Career Mixer, Communication and Marketing Mixer, Liberal Arts and Social Sciences Mixer, and then Government and Nonprofit to finish off the semester. So please come to some of those or all of them. And you guys can register through Cougar Pathway for those. Okay, so we can't wait to see you. And then, yes, does anyone have any questions about the save dates? Awesome. All right, so we would love for you guys to take our survey for today's awesome internship search. So you guys can do the QR code here, and then I'm also going to be taking in questions. I have a link as well for today's survey, and it'll just take maybe like 2 minutes to do that. So we'd love to get your feedback, and I'm also going to put the survey link, if you guys can't do the QR code, in the chat box. And that kind of concludes today's informational part of our session. We really want to thank you for attending today's session. So yeah, fill out the survey, and I'm going to be here for questions. I'll give you guys a minute or 2 minutes to fill out the survey. And I'll open up the floor for questions. All right, so your challenges for the remainder of the semester are to update your portfolio, resume, cover letter, and begin searching for internships. Okay, so let's make that as a deal. And then of course, come and see us at University Career Services. And this is where we are. Or come and visit us virtually. We'd love to connect with you. And follow us at Cougs Careers on Instagram. And come and see us. And this is our email and our phone number as well. So, and thank you so much. And then we're going to be here for questions. And if everybody wants to stay after for questions as well. And comments, questions, comments, we're going to be here. So we're opening the floor up for questions.
Hello.
Hello.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for your presentation today. It is really helpful.
Thank you. Is that off room?
That's correct.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah. So, however, I found that sometimes getting through to the resume screening stage is more challenging than finding the right position itself. So, do you have any recommendation on how to improve our chance of getting there?
For which part?
No, I mean, like searching the internship is sometimes harder the getting through the resume screening stage is harder than the finding the searching for the internship position. So because like I've been applying for lots of internship, but I don't have any interviews yet. So do you have any recommendation that I can get through the resume screening stage?
Oh yeah, I think are you using a cover letter when you apply for the jobs?
Oh no, not really.
So what I would do is I would come in or like maybe connect with us to look at your resume. And then we would like ask you like, oh, what are you applying for? Like, what's the goal? Maybe we would look at like the job description of what you're applying for, and we would review your resume and see how much we're matching up your resume with the job description. And then we would also need to work on like a cover letter to help with the application packet.
Okay.
Because what we want to do is we definitely want to try to build the resume and use some of the same wording in your resume and your cover letter that they're using in the job description. Because what is happening maybe is that your resume isn't getting picked up because it's not even passing the applicant tracking system, where a lot of companies will use that to screen the resume to get picked up to be reviewed by like an actual person. Like, I'm not sure if it's you're applying on a company website. Is that what's happening?
Yes, and then sometimes through LinkedIn.
Yeah, like a easy apply. Is that
Easy apply and then apply. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to add anything, Mikkel?
Yeah, just to, echo what you said. I know it can be kind of time consuming, but there is a big payout when you do tailor your resume and cover letter to the job description. So yeah, that's the biggest piece of advice I would share with that, is to make sure you're tailoring that to every job so that your application's more likely to show up as a match for them that way. But we have a lot of great resume tips and stuff. So I would recommend scheduling an appointment with us for sure. And we can give you some tips on how to amplify your bullet points to include results and things like that in there to really make you stand out on your resume. So definitely schedule an appointment with us.
Thank you.
That's a good question. Yeah, hopefully we'll see you soon off room.
Okay.
Hi.
Hey, Manaswini.
Yeah. Hi. Actually, I'm applying for summer 2025 internships from December the last year. So unfortunately, I couldn't get any one of them. So as you mentioned, early applications is like beneficial part in internship. My question is, do you think like applying internships now is too late for summer 2025?
Well, I think it depends on the company. Like which companies, and then are you like looking at what they're offering right now? Which ones, and are you looking on their site? Are you talking to the recruiter? Where are you at with it?
I mean, I was applying the internships on LinkedIn and there, but I didn't get any response like for the second level for interviews or something, unfortunately. So I'm keeping on applying even now. So I got this doubt because you mentioned that early applications is really beneficial. So I was just wondering, like, is it too late to apply now?
Well, I mean, it depends. Like, are you when you're applying, like when you look at the description, does
Yeah.
I wonder if it has a deadline. Is there a way to look when you're looking at the LinkedIn? Is there a link to the company directly that we could see if there's a posting on the company website directly? And then also, is there like a tab under the LinkedIn with the company where there's people listed that are like recruiters that we could contact directly?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
You know,
actually, yeah, that's good. That's a
so
best
like, is
thing.
there a way that we can message the recruiters directly? And if you can't message them directly, is there a way that you could, like, sometimes you could get on LinkedIn, you could get like free 2 months, because sometimes LinkedIn won't let you message them directly, but you could get like free 2 months. And then you can message them directly, or you could email the company and be like, hey, are you guys still offering internships for summer? You can call them. Or email them. Are you guys still offering internships? And then check it off your list. Sometimes I know you guys don't like picking up the phone, but sometimes you just got to pick up the phone and you got to call the company
Yeah.
directly.
Yeah.
And sometimes you guys have to email and call the company directly. I know LinkedIn, I know we love LinkedIn, we love email, but sometimes you just got to
Yeah.
call and do that too, okay? Because okay, like they don't respond, but sometimes we wonder, right? And sometimes we just need to get an
Yeah.
answer. Because you wonder, right? Like you're like, oh, I really want to work for Siemens, or what's the industry you want?
I'm doing my master's and I'm in cybersecurity.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of opportunities. There's a high demand.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for answering me.
Yeah, no problem. I don't know, Mikkel, do you have anything to say about that?
Yeah, no, I think that's really good advice. And I think like as a whole, it's not too late to get an internship for the summer. It might be too late for some specific companies, but every company might have their own timeline too. Like on LinkedIn, I think I've reposted a few like software engineering or data science internships. So there's still some out there. But you know, it just all kind of depends on the company and stuff too. But reaching out and following up is good if you don't hear back. So that's good
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, sometimes maybe they won't answer like right away or at all. So sometimes reaching out directly to the company, I think it'll be good.
Excuse me, I just had a really quick question.
Okay, Kenza.
I just wanted to ask, I saw that this entire workshop was being recorded. Is there any way that it could be emailed to us just so if we want to refer back to any extra information that you had mentioned in this workshop, we could be able to refer back to that?
Oh yeah, we're gonna post it on our Cougs on our YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
I can put the link in let me put the link in the chat box and you can copy and paste it. Is that okay?
Yes, that would be perfect. Thank you.
All right, no problem. See you later.
You too. Take care. Enjoy your day.
You too. See you later. All right. Any other questions? Good questions. I think that's it. I'm going to stop recording then. Anything else?
Hi, I don't have a question, but I'm
Okay.
not able to access the chat for the YouTube link. How else? What can I search to